I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to make Hoffman's face wound, ripped, giant portion of skin, like it's heinous. I'm going to do it on my arm because my face is not to be touched. But I can do it on my arm just as well. And just, you know, you want to get it in, I'm not even sure I'm on the right side. Turn this way. I guess this will be it. It goes in from here, and it kind of over on this side. But, you know, just recreate this on your face. This is liquid latex. And that's what you're going to start with. And mine's all chunky because it's been sitting on a hot summer day. Yeah, that arm is disgusting. Look, all my... And what you want to do is you just want to paint it on. Paint, paint, paint. You can see. Just so you cover the area. You're going to take toilet paper. Oh boy. Cheap toilet paper, mind you. And just pat it down on that area. Like so. And then let it dry for a second. And then when you're sure it's stuck, you can blend down the edges. I'm just gonna cut it down. I'm gonna cut it all the excess off. You don't want to do it like that. You probably would want to tear it to make it look a little more authentic. But I'm just gonna do it that way, like, because I'm doing it. See there. Now I'm gonna tear it, and it'll tear right around where you painted. Like so. And then paint over it. Paint, 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 paint. You're gonna want to obviously do it bigger than this on your face. Paint it and paint it down to blend in the edges into your skin. So none of this is sticking up. You don't want it to stick up. You want it to blend nicely. And I'm going to add one more layer, but you'd probably be better off doing 3 layers because he does get quite the chunk ripped out. So you might want to do 3 or even 4 layers, but I'm just doing a speedy job for the purpose of this video, and I'm just tearing along the edge again, and then make sure it's and then just paint it down again. See, I just tore around the edges, and then you want to paint it down again. So you got a nice slick layer of it over the top, and blend in the edges like I said on, just blend, 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 blend it down. Just blending it down. Mine's not gonna be perfect. You can use your finger, otherwise here. Okay. Then you need a let it dry. And where's my hairdryer? Me personally, I like to speed up the process. And just blast it with a blow dryer. Haha! Found it. Don't be shy. Hit it with the blow dryer there. You don't have to, but I did because I'm lazy. Probably gonna feel tacky and disgusting because liquid latex often does. Just make sure it's dry and you're not getting any moisture from it. And then before you start, you're gonna want to paint it to blend into your skin. So, you know, follow the contours of your face, obviously, if you're doing it on your face. I'm just gonna makeup sponge, Muron color palette. And I'm just gonna take it and, you know, blend over it until it starts to match your skin. And you want to do this before you rip it, because once you rip it, you're not going to be able to get the top of it. But just, I'm doing a pretty cheap job of it. But you do that, and blend it in. And then, for the piece de la resistance, well, I guess I could use the end of my paintbrush if I really wanted to. What he has is like 2 giant gaps, and I'm gonna cut into this, and this isn't working with a spoon, but you want to cut into it, and there you go. Make sure yours isn't as damp as mine is, because I didn't let mine dry completely. Cut into it, and see, you want to peel it away, and it looks like my skin is peeling away. He's got a huge gap. Like I said, this is like a downsized version of it just on my arm. And he's got two pulls, so I'm going to do 2 pulling outward, and then he's got the huge gap where his face, and you might want to pull this downwards a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. Pull it down so this dangles down like this, and you might just want to give it its own little nuance there. Like I said, blend in the edges and paint over it, obviously, but I'm just doing a very speedy job. And so you see you've got his phalanges, and like I said, you want to maybe make it 3 or 4 layers to get it as thick. But now you want to fill this in, and by all means paint it first. And I'm going to use a Q-tip to paint it because I'm cheap. This is a really cheap palette. I'm going to go in there with this brown color first and paint it on the inside with the brown color, and just blend it into the inside edge of my thing here, and just for a base color, as you can see. I'm just going to blend that right in and blend it into my sides here. And I'm going to use the brown, and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of red on, and you want to do that, see, on the underside of the skin where I'm mixing in where the raised edges come up. And keep blending it in until it sits there nicely. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the red. It's just regular red. I'm not using a really expensive palette here. I mix the red in with the brown on the underside. And just make sure you cover it and coat it, and be a little bit delicate.